Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 16th October 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, you click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. So click on the tab, you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. You just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You just need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So in the video description, find the Telegram link and please join at our channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we join a new video, each time when we release a new video or any other important updates, we will be providing at our Telegram channel. Okay, now let's get into the report generation. With the help of NeoStock Software, Supply Demand Zone Top-Down Analysis Strategy Builder. First, let us find the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. Let's start with half-yearly time frame. And during this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. But first, let's start with half-yearly time frame and let us find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So please pause the video. You can study the report and after that you can proceed further with further reports. In case if you does not know how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Even I have also explained how we can draw the zones in TradingView by taking this leg in timestamp, leg out timestamp and base candle count. Okay, now let's proceed with the next report for half-yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half-yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let's find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered near to the quarterly demand zone. Next, for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered near to the monthly demand zone. Next, for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let's find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity demand zones from this list. It is a indices. NIFTY is an indices not listed in F&O. MGL. MGL is having a high liquidity demand zone. Next one, Power Grid is having high liquidity daily demand zone. So we have identified 2 high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. Also remember, some of the stocks are moving high liquidity demand and supply zones. MGL is also having high liquidity demand and supply zones. Sometimes either side you may get trade opportunities. Okay, next For daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Dr. Reddy is having high liquidity daily supply zone. Next, Muthoot Finance is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. And RBL Bank is having daily high liquidity supply zone. So we have identified 3 daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 125 minutes. So let's find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Next 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 14 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity demand zones from this list. NIFTY Private Bank, it's not listed in F&O. And next one is ABB is a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. Glenmark is having a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. IEX is having high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone. So that's it. So these are the high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone from this list. Next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. Indian Hotels is having a high liquidity 75 minute supply zone. Petronet is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. That's it. These two are the high liquidity 75 minute supply zones from this list. So with this we have completed daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these stocks are having a ITF confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. I am enabling the filter 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So 6 stocks. All these 6 stocks, the demand zones are part of the 75 minute zones. Okay, next for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. So let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence, supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. So only Tech Mahindra is having supply zone confluence. That means this 15 minute supply zone is part of 75 minute supply zone. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 15 stocks are filtered. Now let's verify out of these 15 how many are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes demand zone confluence with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. Now let's verify. These 8 stocks are having ITF confluence. These demand zones are having 15 minutes, but some of these demand zones are pierced, you can ignore them. Okay, next for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having IT of supply zone confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone confluence with 15 minute supply zone. I am enabling that filter. Now let's verify. These 5 stocks are filtered. So these 5 supply zones are part of the 15 minute supply zone. That is what zone confluence. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. We also identified daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So the next set of reports are about NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY 50 starting from monthly time frame. So I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is NIFTY monthly supply demand zone chain. Always look into the zone column to identify high liquidity zones, and look into the pierced column to check if any of the zones are pierced, and also look into the LT of trend for the trend of the current time frame you have selected. And remaining columns you can understand, apply these rules for the rest of the reports in NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. And also you need to pause the video because I am giving you only few seconds time for each of these reports. Okay, next time frame is weekly and generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. And the next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is about NIFTY supply demand zone chain. Next, let us generate BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. That is nothing but NIFTY Bank. And let's start with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is a daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. The next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. And the next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5-minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So this is about Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. The next set of reports are bullish and bearish trade setups for different income trades. That is the monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. First let's start with the bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. For monthly income trade, entry time frame is daily. Entry zone should be demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, I am selecting bullish. And this daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, at a daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. And then zone achievement should be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score should be 12. And all the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Let's verify. So all these stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. First 18 are, these are the first 18 stocks in this list. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. So total 25 stocks are filtered. All these 25 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, that is entry time frame daily. If any of these daily zones are part of the weekly zones, that is called weekly zone confluence with daily time frame with weekly zone confluence, and it is having high probability. So let's verify high probability stocks. So with the demand zone confluence, daily demand zone confluence with weekly demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. With this filter, let's verify how many stocks we get. So total 18 stocks are filtered. These are the first 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling down. So total 18 stocks. All these 18 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, that is entry time frame daily. And also these daily zones are part of the weekly zones. Because they are part of the weekly zones and weekly trend is uptrend, ITF trend is a weekly trend. And if any of these weekly zones are having weekly EMA confluence, because daily zone is part of weekly zone, if weekly EMA confluence is there, it is a high probability setup. So let me add the filter EMA confluence, weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence filter I enabled. Let's verify. 11 stocks. Out of 18, these 11 stocks are having daily zones are part of weekly, and weekly zones are having weekly EMA confluence, and weekly trend is uptrend, and all these are all bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So these are the high probability setup supported stocks. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. So I am removing this EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, I am adding 2 more additional filters. Already one filter is there, 2 more filters. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone is already enabled. Now I am enabling daily demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence, and also daily demand zone, weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence filter. With all the 3 filters, we got 3 stocks. In all these 3 stocks, the daily zone is part of the weekly zone, both together again part of the monthly zone. If any of these stocks are having a monthly confluence, EMA confluence, because monthly trend is uptrend, if they are having monthly EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, monthly time frame, I am enabling the filter, monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. Oh, very good. All the 3 stocks are having monthly EMA confluence. So they are also high probability setup stocks, these 3. So with this we have completed a monthly income trade bullish trade setup. Next, let us look for monthly income trade bearish trade setup. Entry time frame daily, entry zone supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at a daily time frame, I am selecting bearish, that is entry time frame. And the daily zone should not be pierced, daily supply zone. So in the pierced count at daily time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to daily supply zone. Now let's verify. So none of the stocks are filtered. So currently there are no stocks supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish. The 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. 11 stocks are filtered. All these 11 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, that is entry time frame 75 minutes. To check the high probability within this list, let us look for LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That means 75 minutes demand zone confluence with daily demand zone. That means 75 minutes demand zone is part of the daily demand zone. So in the demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. With this filter, let's verify how many stocks we get. Out of 11, 6 stocks are filtered. So these 6 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and also the 75 minutes entry zone is part of the ITF demand zone, that is a daily zone. And the daily trend is a trend. ITF trend means the daily trend is up. And in all these stocks, if any of the daily EMA confluence is there, it's a high probability setup. Because 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone, and daily is having daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, I am setting the filter daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. So from the 3 stocks are filtered. So in these 3 stocks, that 75 minute zone is part of daily zone, and daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, and also daily trend is uptrend. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence supported stocks. So removing this EMA filter. So in the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we should set. Already one is enabled, that is daily demand zone, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone. Next filter, 75 demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence, I am enabling. And also third filter, daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence, I enabled. With all the 3 filters, let's verify. We got 4 stocks. All these 4 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and also daily zone is part of weekly. Both together again part of daily zone is part of the 75 minute zone is part of daily zone. Both together again part of the weekly zone. And if these weekly demand zones are having weekly EMA confluence, they are high probability setup. Because weekly trend is up for 3 stocks, only 1 stock sideways is there. Even if it is having EMA confluence, we can ignore it. But remaining 3 stocks, they are high probability if they support weekly EMA confluence. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, weekly time frame. Why weekly time frame? Because 75 daily together part of the weekly zones in those stocks. So that's why if they are having weekly EMA confluence, the demand zone with weekly EMA confluence, they are high probability setup. These 3 stocks are having. All the 3 stocks weekly trend is uptrend. They have weekly EMA confluence. So these 3 are high probability setups because daily zone is 75 minute zone is part of daily. Both together again part of the weekly zone. And weekly trend is up, and the weekly zones are having weekly EMA confluence. Okay, this is about a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting bearish, and 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting the value minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 75 minutes supply zone. Let's verify. We got two stocks. So currently these two stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, that is entry time frame 75 minutes. Let's verify out of these two, any of these zones are having high probability setup supported. So first let's look for LTF and ITF confluence. If any of these 75 minute supply zones are part of daily supply zone, there could be high probability setup. So I'm enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. Let's verify. Oh, both the stocks are having ITF confluence. That means both the stocks are having high probability. Because 75 minute zones are part of daily zone and the daily trend is a downtrend, if they are having any daily EMA confluence, it could be even more high probability. Out of these two, let's verify. In the EMA confluence at daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. Let's verify. So none of the stocks are having ITF confluence. So no issues. I'm removing this. Without EMA confluence, we got two stocks, right? Yeah, these two. If any of these stocks are having HTF confluence, let's verify. So in the supply zone confluence, 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone HTF confluence I am enabling, and also daily supply zone with weekly supply zone enabled. Already 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone is enabled already. Previously we set. With all the three filters, one stock is filtered. But weekly trend is sideways, no need to check for EMA confluence. But this supply zone is a high liquidity supply zone. So this is about 75 minutes time frame, that is a weekly income trade, bearish trade setup. Next, let us look for daily income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is a demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting the value bullish. This 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now let's verify. 6 stocks are filtered. That means all these 6 stocks currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. In these 6 demand zones, in these 6 stocks, any high probability supported stocks, let's verify. First filter ITF confluence. So that is a 15 minutes demand zone confluence with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So I am enabling that filter 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. With this filter, let's verify. 5 stocks out of 6, 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the 15 minutes entry zones are part of the 75 minutes ITF zone. And 75 minutes ITF trend is uptrend. If they are having any daily EMA confluence, they are high probability setup. The 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence, let's verify. In the 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. Out of 5, 2 stocks are filtered. So these two demand zones are having EMA confluence, daily EMA confluence. They are high probability setups. Okay, now within these, next filter is LTF, ITF, HTF. These two are high probability setups. Next, let us identify. First, I am removing EMA filter. Without EMA earlier we got 5 stocks, right? Yeah, 5. In these 5, any HTF confluence, let's verify. LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone. That means they should be part of daily demand zones. 15 minutes, 75 minutes should be part of daily demand zone. Already this filter is enabled 15 with 75 minutes demand zone. Next filter 15 minutes demand zone confluence with daily demand zone confluence, and also 75 minutes demand zone confluence with daily demand zone. All the three filters enabled. Let's verify. Out of 5, how many will filter? Only one. Only Siemens is having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 15 minutes demand zone is part of 75 minutes demand zone. Both together again part of the daily demand zone. And the daily trend is uptrend. If this is having EMA daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. No, it is not supporting any EMA confluence, no issues. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame, 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup, at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bearish. If this 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced, so in the pierced count, 15 minutes time frame, I am setting 0, minimum value, maximum value 0. That means zone should not be pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. That means all the 6 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame 15 minutes. All these are all 15 minutes demand and supply zones. But our focus is on the supply zones because we are looking for bearish trade setup. So out of these 6, some high probability stocks might be there. To find them, let's verify. Any of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That is 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone. So with this filter, we got 5 stocks. All these 5 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, and also the entry time frame 15 minute supply zones are part of the 75 minute supply zone. In 75 minute supply zone, all this downtrend, all the 5 stocks, that is ITF trend, if they are having a EMA confluence, if the supply zones are having EMA confluence, it's even more probability. So that's why in the EMA confluence at a 75 minutes time frame, because 15 minute zones are part of 75 minute zone, if these 75 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability. So I'm enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. 2 stocks are filtered. So these 2 are having high probability setup, but first one is indices, so second one is the equity stock. So our focus is on the supply zone. Okay, next let us also look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 15 minute supply zone should be part of 75, both together part of daily supply zone. So for that, first we need to remove EMA filter, removed it. Now in the supply zone confluence, 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone is already enabled, we set previously, and 2 more filters, 15 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence, 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we did not find any stocks. Okay, next let us look for bullish trade setup for hourly income trade, that is entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish, and this 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0, zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score should be 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. So 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, I'm enabling the filter 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. That means 5 minutes entry time frame demand zone is part of the 15 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. All these 6 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade, and also entry time frame 5 minutes demand zone is part of the 15 minutes demand zone. And 15 minutes trend is uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. Let's verify any of these 15 minutes demand zones are having a daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, 15 minutes time frame, the 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. Oh, one stock is filtered. So this is a high probability setup. Moreover, it is a high liquidity zone. Okay, next let us look for LTF and ITF confluence. So removing the EMA filter, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. In the demand zone confluence, 2 more filters I should add. That is 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence, and also 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone. Already we set 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we got 3 stocks. In all these 3 stocks, 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone, both together part of the 75 minute zone. Okay, if any of these stocks are having even daily EMA, because they are part of the 75 minute zone, first one is sideways, you can ignore. In second and third, if any of these stocks are having daily EMA confluence, those zones are even more high probability. Already these demand zones are high liquidity zones, the second and third. So in the EMA confluence, in the 75 minutes time frame, I am looking for 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. I set the filter. Let's verify. 2 stocks are filtered. And first one is sideways. So EMA confluence does not add any additional advantage. But this adds some additional. Already this is already filtered with ITF also. And now it is also supporting HTF confluence. Very good. So HDFC Bank probably high probability setup. Okay, next let us look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes time frame, I am selecting bearish. And this 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. Now let's filter. 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. So in these 8 stocks, there could be some high probability supported stocks. For that, first let us verify LTF and ITF confluence supported stocks. That means 5 minute supply zone should be part of the 15 minute supply zone. So I am enabling the filter 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. Let's filter. Now out of 8, 6 stocks are filtered. All these 6 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade, and also the 5 minutes entry time frame supply zones are part of the 15 minute supply zone. That is ITF supply zones. And this ITF trend is a downtrend. Out of these 6, any of these 15 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. They are high probability setups because 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone. Let's look for 15 minute zone with daily EMA confluence. So in the 15 minutes time frame, the 15 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. One stock is filtered. This supply zone is a high probability setup because this is also having daily EMA confluence. Okay, next high probability scenario, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So for that, first we need to remove this EMA filter. I removed it. Now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Already LTF, ITF confluence filter is enabled. That is 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone. Two more filters, 5-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence, and also 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence. With all the three LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we got 3 stocks. In all these 3 stocks, ITF zone, that is a 5-minute zone, is part of the 15-minute supply zone. Both together again part of the 75-minute supply zone. And for all these 3 stocks, the 75 minutes trend is a downtrend. That is, HTF trend is also downtrend. And if these HTF zones are having any HTF EMA confluence, that means 75 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. It's a high probability setup. Let's verify. Nifty 50 is also there in this list. So in the EMA confluence, in the 75 minute supply zone, in the 75 minutes time frame, the 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter I set. Again, only one stock, IDFC First Bank only. So Nifty 50 is not having EMA confluence. But the stock Nifty 50 is a high liquidity zone, right? Low priority, high liquidity zone. Okay, this is about a bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. With this, we have completed all the 4 income trades. And the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. So all these are all stop buffers. First 17 in this list are indices. That includes all the sectorial indices. And remaining all are equity stocks. But the list is filtered based on the stocks listed in F&O. But they are the equity stocks. So I keep on scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video and later on you can proceed further. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.